So a couple months ago, I'm at the beach with my family and shit, man. We're having a good time. It's Dirty Myrtle, obviously, because only Dirty Myrtle is where something like this would happen. But we're at the beach and we're walking up the boardwalk, and me and my uncle decide we want to go into this bar called Moe's and get us a bucket. It's like this bucket slap full of all kinds of different alcohols. It's fucking amazing. Gets you tore up real quick, and it tastes so good. We post up at the bar, waiting on the bartender to pay us attention. And this guy who's like pissed drunk, like he's got this aura of stank ass stale alcohol on him. He comes stumbling up right next to me. He's like, "Hey man, something to do with your tattoos." Being the guy I am, I tried to fall back on Old Faithful, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm blind," which usually elicits a "I'm sorry," and they excuse themselves. Not this guy. He was like, "What? You're blind? I'm blind too. In this eye." And he fucking walks around to my uncle. He's like, "Hey, how crazy is it that we're both blind?" And at this point, I'm pretty fucking irritated. I don't like being bothered like this. Like, I don't like drunk people like this. Like, I wanted to be that drunk and I wasn't, so it was kind of getting on my nerves. He comes right back around to me, trying to talk about blindness and all kinds of shit, and then he asked me what my name was. And I've seen enough true crime shit to not just give some strange dude my name. So I said the first thing that came to mind. His voice reminded me of Joe Biden, you know? So I was like, "My name's Joe." And that was the wrong fucking answer, by the way. He was like, "What? My dead brother's name's Joe." Like, he was acting like I was the reincarnation of his dead brother. Like, I fucked up. Like, I couldn't have fucked up any fucking worse. So he walks around to my uncle, and he's like, "Hey, how crazy is it that we're both blind, and he's got my dead brother's name? Like, this is crazy. This is so crazy." And my uncle's like, "Dude, just leave him alone. He wants to be left alone." But Joe's brother wasn't having that shit at all. He was like, "Can I pray for him?" And my uncle was like, "No, dude, just leave him alone." He wasn't having it. He came around to Joe. He was like, "Dear Heavenly Father, sweet baby Jesus in a manger." Now, that's not verbatim, but for real, that's what it fucking sounded like. And it pissed me the fuck off. And I jumped up and I was like, "Oh my fucking God, dude, just leave me the fuck alone." Of all places to try to pray for somebody is not at a bar while you're pissed, hammered, drunk. It's annoying as shit. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he walks out the bar. And the bartender finally comes up. She's like, "I'm so sorry y'all had to deal with that." She gives us a little extra something in the drink. Not roofies, more alcohol. And we're sitting there waiting and laughing and all kinds of shit. And then my uncle was like, "How crazy would it be if we walked out there and he was waiting on you?" I was like, "Dude, don't fuck with me like that. I ain't playing them games." But we get our drinks, we walk out the door, and sure enough, this motherfucker was out there waiting on me. And I'm trying to just walk past him, and he's like, "I love you, Joe. I love you, Joe. I love you." There's not really a moral to this story. If there was, it would be avoid drunk people who try to pray for you in a bar. And if they ask you your name, give them your real one, I guess.